It's 99X. We're still knocking out business, even though it's a Julian Casablancas takeover. Deborah, Julian, Deborah.
Hello, nice to meet you.
Yeah, Julian is in a band called The Strokes.
Yes, I've seen them several times.
And they are mighty popular. And also a solo career, and he's going to be at the center stage tonight performing one of those shows. Deborah does this.
And now here's a quick look at traffic on 99X.
85 northbound wreck at Indian Trail. Slow getting through Spaghetti Junction. Also going to cause some delays on the north side inner loop. 400 northbound dealing with volume as well. About 34 minutes from Glen Ridge up to Old Milton Parkway. 75 northbound. Expect congestion from Mount Perrin all the way through Town Center Mall. And I-20 westbound to get an accident at Six Flags Parkway. That's got delays back towards 285. Also going to cause some problems for the West Wall. Deborah for 99X.
Thank you, Deborah. Very, very lovely. And with Pressure with Rock Stars.
I know.
It's good times.
Spaghetti Junction.
Yeah. I guess you guys didn't come up that way, but do you ever venture into Atlanta very often?
4, 5, 6 times maybe.
Okay. Yeah, we've got this little area that's just where these intersections come. When you look at it, it looks like a big glob of spaghetti, which is...
Not a lot of Italian restaurants.
There you go. And I think that's why they named it that. Let's go Italian style. And so we're doing the Julian Casablancas takeover, and this is really your time to do whatever the hell you want. We did play a boombox. We played one of your solo cuts earlier, and the Strokes. And then
some Beck.
Yeah, we played Beck, because we were talking about the Beck Club. And so I threw down some Beck as well, since we were mentioning the record club and whatnot. All fair, we were mentioning... we had a discussion here at the station earlier about what was the first CD that we had purchased, and I was like, I wonder what Julian was. What was your very first CD purchase that you can remember, that you're not afraid to admit? Because, we've all owned albums and tapes and CDs that we don't really want to own up to.
Appetite for Destruction. No,
yeah.
I'm joking, obviously, because I told you it was George Michael Faith.
Yeah, which is, I think is a mighty fine selection for a disc. I mean, at the time, that's it. How
I mean, it was. I don't think that was just like one tape we had in the house, me and my mom, for like years. Maybe there was like the Cranberries was like the next tape.
Yeah. Because
there was a Bangles tape at some point.
Nice. Yeah, and I think for me that was the transition. It was, what tapes have I worn out that I've bought a couple of times.
This is like before I was into music, though.
Yeah, well, it wasn't the reason I bought my first CD, which I told you, it was Pearl Jam 10.
Yeah, well, that's like a cooler... that's like the appetite. That's like saying Appetite for Destruction.
But I didn't know that. Like, honest to goodness, I was playing putt-putt over in Snellville, and there is a skating rink right next to this, and I'm with a buddy of mine, Scott Williams, and Ashley Kane, who I had this big, big crush on. And she's like, oh, do you hear that? And it's coming from the skating rink, and he's like, oh, yeah, it was Pearl Jam. I'm like, yeah, I hear that. I have no idea what they're talking about. But to me, they were cooler than me. And I'm like, well, it must be cool. Let me find out what this Pearl Jam is. So I bought the cassette, and then that's what changed, for me, seriously changed my whole life, because I wouldn't be standing here today here without finding that music that let me find alternative, that made me passionate about something. What was that maybe that band or song that you heard that goes, oh, this is where it's at for me, and then you said, oh, I should pursue this?
It was actually a Pearl Jam song. It was Yell Ledbetter.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, like a friend's brother had like a bootleg.
Right.
Bootlegs were the big thing back then, and it was like the B-side of Jeremy or something. It was before it came out.
It was Jeremy. It was Yellow Ledbetter, and Footsteps was the second track, and then Yellow Ledbetter was the third track on that. And that's fantastic. And so with that, you said, this is the music I love, or did you go, I think I want to do this?
It just kind of triggered something in my mind where I was like, whoa, this is making me feel funny.
Right.
It was like, and then shortly after that, Best of Doors tape is when I kind of heard the instruments, and I was like, I actually understand what's going on, and I should do this. I should give it a whirl. Yeah. So did you and Ashley ever hook up?
Man, I kissed her desk once in the first grade.
That's creepy.
On a challenge. It was a challenge.
Okay.
My buddy Alex said, I dare you to kiss her desk, and I did it when all the kids were out of PE. No, I definitely tried throughout high school, but I wasn't very cool. I'm okay to admit that now, but it never happened. But luckily, I'm happily married now and have several awesome girlfriends, too. The joke was the second part. We're talking with Julian Casablancas, performing tonight center stage. When you guys go on tonight, is there a different, anything different that you work into one of these shows that you don't typically do for a Strokes show? Or is it just Julian Casablancas all the time? Like, what you get at the Strokes is what you get tonight.
It's pretty similar for me because I'm doing the same thing. so I feel kind of the same kind of pressure, responsibility vibe.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I wish the answer was yes for the purpose of
Right. Well, no, I mean,
interviews.
clearly with the Strokes, you've done fine. So whatever you're doing on stage there is, I think you should just bottle it up, formula it, and sell it, and you do just fine. And so if that's what you get tonight, then I think you're getting a hell of a show.
Yeah, try not to overthink it, I guess.
Yeah, no is okay.
Straightforward. Try to deliver the songs in a good way, and hopefully people enjoy.
Yeah, we had asked you.
Boring.
There's nothing wrong with that. No. We asked, for you to send over some songs for your takeover. One of them that I thought was interesting, because we brought up Pearl Jam and some of the bands from the early 90s. Nirvana was on there, but it's not Heart-Shaped Box, it's not In Bloom or any of those. It's Even in His Youth, which is a demo from Nirvana, from the box set. This surprised me. I didn't know if there's a particular reason why that one jumped out at you.
It's on the Incesticide too, isn't it?
Is it on Incesticide?
I think so.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, but I actually didn't know it was a demo.
Yeah.
Sounds like a legit. I guess the quality is not like, never mind.
Yeah.
But
is Nirvana one of those bands that you also gravitated to, like where you picked up Pearl Jam, Yellow Ledbetter, and then here's this Kurt Cobain did okay for himself.
Pearl Jam and Nirvana were
outside of Gun Safety, Kurt did a fantastic job.
Those were the bands. Yeah, those were the bands that I loved in those high school days.
Yeah. So I thought we do Even in His Youth, because honest to goodness, I don't think I've ever heard this song.
Oh, okay.
That excites me, and so we're gonna play this because Julian wanted to play it. It's his takeover here at 99X.